and you can't hear it. Hold on, here we go.
Well, you can't be doing that while I'm filling in, girl. They're going to think it's my fault.
Yeah, they're going to
You got me?
Yeah,
there we go. Way better now. Way better.
No, I had to do it like that because, you can turn your computer monitor into your TV.
Right.
But for me to be able to hear it while I'm in the room versus just my headphones, I had to unplug the little thing for my laptop, and I didn't realize I didn't put it back in until right before we started the show. So I put it in right before we started the show, and I did check the settings. Sorry, here I am. Hello. Welcome to Thursday, the last day of the month. It's August 31st of 2023 at 6 o'clock on the dot. And here's what's fun, guys. HISD, and was it like Cy-Fair or Cy-Creek started this Monday, and they already have next Monday off because it's Labor Day.
Yeah, we're on Labor Day Eve. And by the way, if you plan on traveling, the FAA, one is the Future Farmers of America. The FAA is the Federal Aviation Administration. Anyhow,
different people.
Not the farmers, but the aviation people. They're predicting that this is going to be the third busiest travel weekend of the year. Okay, so it's behind only the Juneteenth weekend, which includes Father's Day and President's Break. But they expect to screen more than 14 million passengers from Friday through Wednesday.
That's another reason why I just drive to Galveston, people.
Yep, that's true. It's just right there.
Get away.
It's right
Depending
there.
on what you should just leave right now. Beat all that traffic.
Yeah.
Just go right now to Galveston.
So Labor Day is the biggest weekend for weddings.
Oh, is it?
Really?
I was reading today for people getting married, 3 days. People can go to the wedding, which makes sense.
If you're doing a destination, for sure.
You can fly, say your family's getting married in Columbus, Ohio. You can fly up there on a Friday, go to the wedding Saturday, and stay for a day or two. And
Have your nerves all rattled because 14 million other people are traveling?
I don't think it's that
Well,
big of a
third
deal.
biggest holiday.
No,
It's
like
not
4th
that-
of July or Christmas.
Yeah.
If you can handle
it's not
Christmas.
like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's the craziest of times.
And people
to
aren't being,
travel.
the bad part about like Christmas is snow, cancellations. Like right now, I mean,
Well, our big drawback is Intercontinental because it's all screwed up, and they've been working on it now for years. And
I've been
Not
knock
really
on
making much
wood,
progress.
lucky for not seeing that traffic that you had that one time. The first week that it happened, like a year and a half ago.
Wait, which-
the first weekend
Remember when Ryan,
where
when Ryan got stuck and he had like people were walking like half a mile to get to their.
I went to go pick up.
Oh, you're talking about going into the airport
Yeah.
to
It
actually
was
get to
around
your flight.
it was a spring break. My daughter was a senior in college, and we went to pick her up. And you know me, I'm always early to everything. I can't stand being late. That's like my OCD. I can't stand being late to anything. So I left an hour. Now the airport's only 25 minutes
That's
from my
called
house.
white man disease.
Okay.
Yeah, white guys do that a
Yeah.
lot.
So I leave an hour ahead of time, which gives me even like an extra 35-minute buffer zone. I was 2 hours late picking her up. It took 3 solid hours.
No, not that
People
time. You're talking
were
about when you saw
carrying-
people walking. Is that the same
That
thing?
is the
Is that
same time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to
you're
pick
going
her
somewhere
up.
too.
Well, that happened the next time. So I'm going to pick her up. I'm like, oh my God, we're like two and a half miles out of the airport, and there's people getting out of their cars with their luggage, wheeling it down the road. And I'm like, what are they doing? And then I was like, oh, I get it now.
Because they didn't tell anybody.
No.
And you talked about it, and it was like, what are you talking about, Ryan?
Everybody
And
thought
then
I was insane, and then they went and traveled. They're like, he's not kidding.
But the
He's not
news-
exaggerating.
The news finally covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kevin went somewhere. And he's like, oh, you're right. You're so
Yeah,
right.
once Kevin went through it, then it suddenly became
Then he
real.
believed. Then he believed it. By the way, he's on. Both Sam and
Labor Day
Kevin are going to the East Coast, to see
But
their
not
fans.
together.
No, maybe.
Sam went to go introduce her baby to her family. Well, I mean, they're not spending.
No,
Sam's
there's not a
going
chance
to
in hell Kevin's sitting
house.
on a plane
Kevin's
with her
like
and
one
the
of
baby.
Sam's house.
No, but
they are.
They talked about like going somewhere
Uh-huh.
to meet up. Who knows? Why would they?
I don't know how far
Why would you
Harrisburg
see
is
each
from
other every day?
Virginia.
I know.
Right.
It's like and people often ask that. Like if one of us goes out and we run into somebody that listens to the show, hey, where's Roula? Hey, where's Ryan? Hey, where's Eric? And it's like, y'all got to understand, we all get along great, but we see each other more than we see our families.
Yeah.
So when we have a free moment, we are not with each other all the time.
Yeah.
Vacation.
Rula and I were in-
vacation.
You and Roula
Disney,
are.
we were in
Yeah,
Disney.
y'all are married into the same family,
And
basically.
that actually wasn't even planned, but it was like super fantastic
fun.
because, I wasn't really crazy about just relying on myself. This is pre-ankle surgery last Thanksgiving that Eric and his family traditionally go to Disney World. And I went with my daughter when she turned 10. I said, that's our thing in our family. When you turn double digits, you can go somewhere with either mommy or daddy because we can't both take off. It's not family vacation time. And she picked Disney World. And I was like, okay, well, if we can make it happen, we can make it happen. And I knew that Thanksgiving week would be good because we get off on Friday. That whole next Thanksgiving week, we're off. And I was like, okay, we could do a few days in Disney World. My ankle was killing me, and thank the Lord for you, Eric, and your wife, because that one day y'all just took my daughter along with y'all, and I was like, oh, thank God they're here because I can't walk.
You were one day you're so miserable. You had like a backpack on, like a Sherpa.
God.
Yeah, that
I
big
really
jacket
was.
because it was.
Wait, what's
raining.
a Sherpa again? I'm having a brain fart.
Sherpas are the people that take all your stuff up Mount Everest. So not only are you, like, the people who climb Mount Everest are having a very hard time because it's like a major physical feat.
These guys and girls.
These guys do it every day carrying your stuff. They're
They
called
carry
Sherpas.
your stuff at the amusement park?
No. He's talking about me being a Sherpa. I look like a Sherpa.
Okay,
No,
I'm
I also
sorry.
thought you hired some guy to carry your stuff.
Yeah, I'm like,
she
what?
lied.
I don't know what you guys
I
are
was
talking
the
about.
Sherpa.
She looked like a Sherpa.
That's funny.
You got to dumb it down for me
That's when I bought my
sometimes.
first pair of Crocs
I didn't
ever,
say-
the little Mickey
I didn't
Mouse
say-
cutouts in the
Well, I
Crocs.
hired a Sherpa. I said she looked like a Sherpa.
Oh, okay.
She looked like a Sherpa. So yeah, and you know
Although I
another
did
thing,
hire
I
somebody
wonder.
like a Sherpa. They get you in front of the.
She got your
lines.
drinks.
I know, that seems so cool.
If you've got
Right through the
got the
lines.
bucks to do it, and you've got a bunch of kids, and you want to ride the rides, I mean, it really is worth the money because on a typical
to kind of build into your budget.
Well, yeah, because all right, Eric and I love going to Universal Florida. Kids a little bit older now,
I do both. I end up going 2 days there and 2 days there.
And you just hire them one day. Like if you just go on your own, even with the Fast Pass, you're lucky if you get over the course of 10 hours, 3 to 4 rides in the whole day. You hire this guy, it teaches you how to get through all the lines, and you ride 16, 17 rides. It's a big difference.
It's true.
What was the name of that company? What was it?
He's not in
like
business
Orlando
anymore.
VIP or something.
Yeah,
That
Orlando.
guy isn't he? Orlando
I
VIP.
tried calling him. He doesn't.
No, you're talking about the guy. I use the company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Orlando VIP.
But my thing is,
and I think that
you don't
because
go every
people,
time, right? You don't go every day, so
right?
you save up and spend
Yeah.
an extra couple.
Time
Yeah,
is money.
It's like $1,000.
That's my point. Like, people are already, when you make a commitment to go to Disney World, you already know you have to budget a lot of money because Disney's not cheap. It's just not cheap. There are ways you can find on TikTok and Instagram hacks of how to get around some of the expensive Disney. But if you're going to, say you're a family of 4 and I would take a less expensive hotel and add this VIP service than take a nicer hotel without the VIP
Heck
service.
yeah, you're only in the hotel to sleep anyhow. You're out and about doing stuff with the kids all day.
Like Universal, I would go to the Harry Potter thing, and instead of that line, I go.
Straight
This
in.
guy takes me through the exit legally.
Like he's allowed to. He's got a pass to do so.
Yeah, they take you right up, and you're right on that ride. And
You get some dirty
7
looks
minutes.
sometimes, and then I'm like, well,
Not really, but that's where a lot of
Nobody's giving you a
Go that
dirty look.
way.
Nobody knows where you're going.
yeah, dirty.
Even if they're going to the back,
I forget what
nobody
it was.
sees
They're
you.
jealous. You feel like you're in first class.
Yeah.
You know, when people walk by, I walk by those people. I'm like, man, I want to be first class. I want to sit there. You're so lucky.
First class.
some woman really did. She did berate me one time though. When I took my daughter, I think it was the Hollywood Rip Rocket roller coaster ride. So he got us right to the front, and this woman just started tearing into me. That man and his daughter did not wait. Blah, 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 blah. And then the attendant said, well, he paid for the concierge. And she's like, this is a bunch of BS and blah, blah, blah. And I said, I guess you don't love your kid as much.
Right? That is horrible.
Well, 'cause she
Why
tore
would you
me-
say that to
'cause
her?
She tore me apart in front of my
in front of
child.
her kids? Oh my God, the poor
No, I
lady's
think
probably like,
her
dude, I
kids-
can't take with this.
Her kids didn't hear that.
No, he went over there and he
Okay.
whispered into her ear.
Well, she made a point of coming over to me and berating me in front of
You
my
just
daughter.
ignore them, Ryan.
Yeah.
You just ignore because you're never going to see that person ever again. And with your luck, you probably sit right next to them on the plane coming home.
Yeah.
That was the weirdest trip. I remember that trip in particular. It was the weirdest trip because this little boy came up to his mom and said, Mom, I'm hungry. And she sat down on the bench and pulled out her boob and fed him. And I was just like, man, this kid's got
It's
to be
called
like 6.
breastfeeding.
I know, but he had to be 6 or 7. And he asked for it.
Well, they say that's good for you if you keep it going.
If you're in school already?
Yeah, they say
I don't
the
need to
longer
have
you
a
can
6
go.
o'clock conversation debate about breastfeeding.
I'm not
and all the
debating.
women who
I
want
just-
to make comments,
I'm
you can
just
send them
saying-
to Ryan.
That's not something I saw
That's all I'm
every
going to
day.
say.
You know.
Hey, I'm not seeing a 6-year-old get fed every day either, but then again, I wasn't there, so I don't know if it was actually a 6-month-old and you've grown the
Oh,
child.
no.
to
He
6
was
years
walking
old.
and
But if
talking.
you're 6, how are you supposed to go to school and have lunch?
I guess mom bottles it.
It's a comfort thing. It's not
Yeah.
actual for the nutrition. Yes, but
Kids
it's
can
more
eat
like
a
a
pizza?
comfort thing.
The square pizza at school? Is it still square or is my pizza
That's a
always
good
square?
question. Yeah,
Is yours
mine was
square?
Pizza
square.
at school, at my
Yeah.
kid's school, it's really super cheesy. It's traditional
square?
pizza slices.
Oh,
And
it's
actually,
traditional.
yeah, and in the past, when I go to have lunch with my kids at school, which I've yet to do this year, if it's pizza day, I have to remember which day is pizza day because they don't want me to bring them anything. They're like, "But Mommy, it's pizza today," and I was there one time with food, and my daughter's like, "I really want to get a piece of pizza." I go, "Okay, go get the pizza. I'll just take this home." So I sat with her, and I was like, "That pizza looks really good, actually." She goes, "It's good, Mommy." I go, "Can I have a bite of that?" She goes, "Sure." I was like, "Wow, this pizza's actually very tasty."
It was?
It's actually good.
Yeah, the school pizza. It was good.
Because I'm
jealous.
thinking if I were to be able to travel back in time and eat some of that 1985 pizza and just take a little nibble as an adult, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of that pizza. Well, I
No,
remember
I think
pizza
in
Ours
came
was
1985 they probably
frozen.
fed kids better in public school than they do now.
we got like a half pear. I remember that.
You got
fruit?
half
Remember,
pear
a half pear was sitting there by the pizza, and then something like something green. I
and
never ate that. Never ate
strawberry
vegetables.
milk.
They love to serve
Oh, you had strawberry milk?
milk. Oh, look at you,
and
baller.
We
Yeah.
wonder why kids barfed in school all the time, eating all that crap together.
There's that, and they always
Great
serve
point, Ahmad.
fried okra.
Really?
Yeah, we always got fried
What?
okra.
We didn't even get that in Louisiana.
You know, fried food.
Yeah, we had fried okra. That was one of the big meals. Yeah, that's the first time I ever had okra. And
And
I
our
was like,
kids.
what is this?
Did you guys have to wash dishes?
No, you told me that.
You had to wash dishes in your cafeteria?
You signed up for that week, and then like 3 kids, and they had a special room, and the kids would throw the trays at you, and then you had to
Was it
wash
punishment?
No, just you signed up for it.
I've
You
never
washed
heard
them.
of
One
that.
kid washed, and the other one put it in this machine that like cleaned it.
Oh, okay.
It went like through.
So it goes through like a
That's
dishwasher
crazy.
cycle because I don't
Yeah.
think I'd trust the kids.
They were dealing
washing
with
it.
budget cuts or something, huh?
My whole life they did that from K through 8th grade.
That's weird. I've never
Kids
heard
would
of
throw
that.
their stuff at you. Throw the trays.
You
at
get
you.
Jello splashed on your shirt.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I wonder if they do that nowadays because that's kid labor.
Child labor.
Child labor.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, when I was a kid, we used to clean the toilets and pick up the trash for detention.
What?
I had to legit clean the toilets at my school.
That makes more sense for detention instead of just sitting there.
Yeah.
And-
I did do the trash thing. I never had to clean up.
But that was gross to
Kitchen.
clean the toilets.
Yeah, I want to do that.
At least I didn't do the boy side. I only had to do the girls' restrooms.
Oh, yeah, boys'
The boy
bathrooms are
detention
so much worse.
had to do the boy bathrooms, which thank God I didn't go in there. Okay, today on the Rule and Ryan Show, we are one day away from possibly making you a $10,000 heir. $10,000
Hey,
heir.
that makes a big difference in your
we'll
life.
explain all of that coming up next. Here's your official weather for today.
Okay, there is an air quality alert. I woke up and I was like, oh man, I hope I'm not getting a cold. No, we got bad air quality today, and it's going to be in effect till about 6:45 tonight. It looks like we may be just under 100 degrees. You should squeak in around 99 today. Right now, 78 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
Okay, I want to remind you guys. Well, first of all, the scoop is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. I want to remind you guys at 8:20 this morning, at 1:20 this afternoon, and then 5:20 this early evening. You've got 3 chances to become a finalist for $10,000, and we're going to make somebody that winner tomorrow.
I love that.
Oh, wow.
At 5:30. It's called the Summer of 2020 Free. You're gonna score a grill with us at 8:20 today.
Nice prize.
That's $100 for Kroger. So a grill and $100 to Kroger is up for grabs at 8:20. We're gonna give you a keyword. You have to text us the keyword. The 104th texter gets the call back, and then that's how you become a finalist for $10K.
Could you imagine
great
how
is that?
much, like 10 grand would change, I think, pretty much anybody's life? You'd be like, wow.
Take care of a lot of
Even if you're like
worries.
some gazillionaire person, you'd be like, holy crap.
Well, gazillionaire maybe not.
Well, let's hope they don't get
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, I don't want them.
Extreme.
I mean, I love you for listening, gazillionaire, but
Yeah.
but,
If you are listening, gazillionaire, how did you make all your money?
there's more of us than you. So
Why are
I'd
you
rather-
sleeping in?
I wish there were such a number as gazillion.
Gazillion, quadrillion. So that's the Summer of 2020 Free, 8:20 this morning, your chance to become a 10,000 heir. Tomorrow at 5:30, we'll pull the grand prize winner. Just real quick, I want to acknowledge all of our 6 o'clockers on text at 37530. We were talking about school cafeteria food, and one person said, our cafeteria's school food is fire. The nachos and the orange chicken day is the best. Another person is giving out a shout out to the cafeteria at St. Pius. They've got lasagna. They also have orange chicken. Another person said that they have blueberry milk, or they had blueberry milk, not strawberry like a mom.
I've never heard of that.
Blueberry milk.
Wow.
I've never
blueberry
had
milk.
orange chicken before.
Stop.
Oh, yeah, you
God,
have in an
it's
Asian
so
food
good.
restaurant?
Nope,
It's
I
got
don't-
that glaze on it?
You've never had orange
I always
chicken.
my
like
God,
the
it's so good.
sesame chicken. I like that. I like that more sweet.
Do you like the Kung
And
Pao?
you'll love orange chicken.
I've never tried it.
You got to.
Yeah.
I'm one of those
you
people
wanna
that
do
like when I go to a restaurant. Like, do I want to take a chance,
Yes, you do want
or do
to
I
take
want to
chances.
just get something that like? Because nothing makes me more. Just makes me angry that I go to a restaurant at nighttime and I order something I hate it. Then it ruins my whole night.
Well, you don't
ruined
you don't do big experiments tonight. I'd say of all the
Maybe at
Asian
lunchtime?
foods out there, Thai food is my favorite. You've got to start off easy with something like a Thai basil chicken. That is amazing.
Sometimes
That's a good
basil goes
introduction.
a long way, though. Like even basil on pizza.
Yeah, they don't put a ton of it in there. Usually it has
The
like
difference
bell
between
peppers
Thai
and onion.
food-
I need to do a
But in
buffet.
Asian food restaurants, you know,
Yes.
they always have like some special where it's like, do you want the combo meal? So you get like a choice of rice. You get like a wonton or some kind of a crab puff or an egg roll or some soup. The combo meal. Get the orange chicken combo meal at Panda Garden. Eric.
Right.
Maybe I'll try
We're
that.
huge fans of our show.
Panda
It's so
Garden
good.
is good, but that's like, that's like the Taco Bell of Asian
No,
foods.
no.
The
Panda
Panda
Garden.
Garden?
Oh, I'm
Not
thinking
Panda
of
Express.
I'm thinking of Panda Express. Never mind.
Panda Garden is a mom and pop.
Yeah.
Sorry about that,
Don't be
Panda
hurting,
Garden.
our
Sorry about
friends.
that.
Damn.
I mixed it up.
Dang.
I had a brain fart. I was thinking
Listen,
Panda
you
Express.
can, you can poison Ryan's
Yeah.
food if you want.
I was thinking of Panda Express. My apologies.
Damn, dude.
I gotcha. Okay, so I was talking off the air yesterday about Nate Bargatze, Bargatze, He's a really funny comedian on Netflix. He has a couple of specials. One's called The Tennessee Kid. And, just like our producer Eric, his name is Eric Rao. Or is it Rowe? Or is it Rao? For all the years I've known Eric, he can't make a decision.
I should have kept it Roe, and then you guys.
Name.
That should have just been my name on the show at the beginning.
What does the family
Think of
call
it?
it?
Ruler Ryan and Roe show.
Rule it right,
Rowe.
Rowe.
That would have sounded cool.
Rowe.
Eric, you have the last
Rao.
name is SZA.
Really?
Yeah, her name is Solana Rowe or Rao.
Does she go by Roe or Rao?
With an E on it?
I don't
Amon?
know. Yeah, with the E
So
on
I'm
it.
like, why would I put an
Okay.
E on it if I'm going to go by Roe?
So I don't know. I don't know where
I'm
she is.
lazy.
And here, to answer your question, Ryan, the correct way to say it is the way I heard his grandmother be called at his wedding in Cancun, Grandma Rao.
Yep.
Oh.
In Illinois, it's Rao.
So it's Rao.
But I gave up here. I just say Roe.
But Nate Bargatze has kind of a different name, and people don't know how to say it, including me. And so I looked it up, and he said that just however people want to say it, he said really like Jimmy Fallon would say Bargatze, and he goes, maybe that's because he's like New York, but my family says Bargatze, and maybe we're just wrong. Bargatze.
Even he gives up.
Yeah, and his delivery is always really funny. And so I was telling you yesterday how he talked about his wife. He goes, we have a really our yard guy is on my wife, and so he used to go around the neighborhood to tell everyone that she chose to cut the yard.
It
He's
makes
not
him look
making
bad?
her cut the yard. It makes him look bad.
Yeah.
Here's a little bit more comedy gold from Nate Bargatze this morning about his wife. More on his wife.
There's a lot of stuff I'm not allowed to do near her. If I snore, she hits me with a closed fist.
Oh my God.
Those nudging days are long gone. Every birthday I have, she just tells me what she was going to buy me, never buys it. I've almost had some pretty awesome stuff. I'm not allowed to eat near her. I guess I chew louder than a lot of humans. And she has the hearing of an owl. If we eat meat, I gotta eat it in the yard like a lion at the zoo. Do you like that gum? I heard you pull up in the driveway, chomping away. God forbid I want cereal. I gotta make sure she's underwater. We used to watch that show, The Amazing Race, together. And she was always like, oh, we should do that. And I told her, I said, look, if you want to get divorced on live TV, let's do it. I don't think we'd make it from our house to the local airport.
That's true.
But
Especially if it's
he's
a
on the part about
stick-shift car.
snoring. That happened to me this morning, like around 3:30. My wife hit me. Or I woke
With a
up.
closed fist.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I just woke up, so she's like, "Yeah, you're snoring." But I had some wine last night, and then the fan was going on, I guess. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask
Dang
you
it.
guys a question. Does anybody know? I apparently have terrible night terrors, and I flail my arms. Like my daughter has come into the room, like, "Daddy, are you all right?" Before, where I don't know I'm doing this.
you put a straight jacket on.
But I mean, she sees me. I guess it's like equivalent to sleepwalking. Like I'm sitting up in my bed, just hitting the bedboard, like flailing my arms around, and I'm in a deep sleep. Like I don't know how or what causes this or how to get past it, but it's really been a problem.
Sounds like The Conjuring or something.
Yeah, you got-
Like I'm like possessed when I sleep, and I don't know. Is there anything you can do to curb that or stop that?
you need to talk to a
Well, you're
therapist
like that
about it.
person on Facebook that says, please no
I'm a happy
judgment,
guy.
but my child rolled off of the countertop onto some knives and now they won't stop bleeding. Comment in the section below. Thanks in advance.
Yeah, they do those.
No, but I
I
mean,
mean, Ryan, you're asking us like, hey,
I don't
what's
know
up
if
with
anybody-
night terrors? I am not a sleep expert. You need to talk to your doctor.
I'm saying you need to get
Yeah,
a
like, what causes
professional
that?
to talk that waits on the record. That way, if you're with somebody and you beat them up or murder them in their sleep,
I'm not going to murder somebody in their sleep, but I just flail my
That's
arms
happened,
around.
Though. People have been like hurt or threatened with knives and guns in their sleep.
Well, I
And
don't
people
go to
even
bed
know
with a
that.
knife or gun.
I'm just saying.
You said you have a
Ryan,
gun
I've
right
heard
by your
stories
bed.
of people who have. Yeah, you said
It's in
you
a
left
safe.
14 Smith and Wessons right
I
under
did
your
not have
pillows.
14 Smith and Wessons.
During COVID, you were playing with a gun. I'm like, that's not very
It's in
responsible.
a safe.
I know.
I
like,
was
what are
not
you
playing with a gun.
doing?
That was a broken old gun, and it had no magazine. It had no clip in it, and it was.
Ahmad, Ryan's favorite thing in the Zoom days was doing this with this gun.
Yeah, you can put it up to the thing.
Look at
Yeah.
this.
It was
gun.
disassembled.
I can believe
First of all, it was
that. I can
disassembled. It was an
definitely believe
antique,
that.
and
He's
it
gonna
didn't work.
Shoot himself.
No,
Not very responsible.
We know you
Ryan.
can't be left
No,
alone.
no,
I would
Don't
never. I
Left
took my
alone.
gun safety training
Don't
courses.
play with guns, people.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Speaking of,
You make me sound like a
having
psycho.
Having a date night, Eric, if this would be a good gift for you that your wife could tell you about but not actually give you, like Nate Bargatze. I looked up his tour, and get this, he's not coming anywhere near us. I mean,
Really?
you could say Fort Worth is close, but that's not close. Like if he was in
No.
Austin, that'd be closer. But he's going to Austin, then he goes to like 2 other cities and goes back. I'm sorry, he's going to Fort Worth. He goes to 2 other cities and he goes back to Fort Worth. That's the only Texas date he's got from September to
Fort
December.
Worth's what
I need
about just under 4 hours?
What's on the other side? Yeah, probably 4, yeah. I was talking to my wife last night where we were eating, and we were talking about like a bill of goods because she's like, I didn't even know you liked wrestling. Like, the whole time we were dating, and she's like, she named like 3 other things I did. She's like, I didn't know you were like that. I think you sold me a bill of goods.
Well,
you weren't the same person for you. Just like,
you don't
one time she came in and
necessarily-
somebody watching wrestling. She's like, when the hell did this happen?
Yeah, but you don't show them all your goofy little
Yeah, but
quirks
she usually do
in the
but,
beginning.
She didn't notice till we got married. But there was a lull there
you
where I didn't
like
watch wrestling for like 6 years.
You were too
Well, think
obsessed
of
with.
this also. You guys were going
her.
out on dates and stuff. You weren't sitting around on a couch watching TV.
I need to get her on maybe
downtime.
next week. I can't remember what the other things were that she said I sold her bill of goods.
So the
You
bait
like
and
to
switch.
go
Bait and switch or
out?
something.
Yeah,
I
like,
bet one
I
of
didn't know
the
you were a nerd.
grievances is that you like to go out and be social.
Oh, that's what
How
it
many
was.
times have you told us you guys have such a problem when you're like, you're going to flake out on this trip, aren't you? You're going to flake out on this party, aren't you?
It's
You're going
about
to flake
me.
out on this event,
That's how
aren't
it
you?
started. Rula is about us, like, because one time we went to Vegas and I was on the plane. I freaked out. I had anxiety took over because I thought about the restroom or whatever it was. And out of nowhere, it just came, and now it's stuck with me.
So you had like a panic attack?
Because she wants to do like a sunset cruise on my brother-in-law's boat this weekend with friends. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to be on that boat.
No?
There's no bathroom there, and we're stuck going through those little in the
Wait, there's
Bay
no
area.
bathroom on the boat? I thought
It's
boats
like
had
this boat fits like 12 people. It's,
Not
like,
a lot.
it's more of a fishing boat and more of
Little
a
small.
Well, I'm sure there's a little a toilet in there.
no.
No,
That's
some,
what
there's
she's
some
like.
that are just very small and no
And she's like,
bathrooms.
when did this happen to you, Eric? Why did it was never like this before? We went.
You lied to me.
I'm like, I don't know where it came
Well,
from.
maybe
either.
it was always there. It's just that in the beginning you were so in the love cloud that you didn't really think about all that stuff. It's not that you're not in love now, but in those early butterfly days, we were in
No,
your
just-
best behavior.
I think it's my brain. Everyone knows your brain can just screw with you.
Oh, yeah.
You start anxiety about anything.
If you think about it, we are nothing more than a bag of chemicals.
Like when we go to these conventions, I cannot sit down and sit. Like I couldn't go to class anymore. Like my daughter had a teacher thing class where you go and you do her schedule. I had my wife do it because I'm like, I can't sit there.
Do you have concentration issues?
I just can't sit in a classroom knowing I'm stuck there for 20 minutes. Like when we go to these conventions, I go in
That's
the back.
now versus when you were in high
Yeah,
school.
I mean, I did it obviously in high school and college and grade school, but now I can't go anywhere where I'm stuck in a room.
Yeah.
I'll sit in the
was
back, like during the
moving
convention,
around.
I would go in the back and I'd stand there and watch and
Right,
move around.
right.
I
Man,
can't,
if people are just tuning into this show for the very first time, they're thinking, what a collection of weirdos.
Yep, we are.
Between him and me and my night terrors.
Well, you just called humans a bag of chemicals, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where you came up with that
No,
one.
I mean, we really are. It's one little chemical imbalance, and we can be completely different. It's the difference between a saint and a serial killer, you know?
sounds like a Billy Joel song.
Sure does.
You're saying
Coming
I'm
up
a
next-
serial killer.
It's the last day of the month, kids. Tomorrow we flip into September, which means the phone lines are open for Dumb Question Amnesty at 713-390-KRBE. Maybe there's a question you have and you just can never find the answer, or you forget about something about Houston, something about us, something about radio, something about in general stuff you just don't have an answer to.
I'd like to know-
We'll try and find you the answer if we don't already know it.
My DQA question is, what is it like having a 4-day week of school?
Oh, yeah. Like
Oh,
if you're
Crosby
somebody,
ISD.
if you're somebody from Crosby right now, or
Text
anybody,
us 37530. Is it awesome having 4 days, or does
Teachers, administrators,
or is
parents,
it
how you
overrated
handle that?
because you don't get as much work done?
I'm
You
sure
get
the
too much
students
work?
are all going to love it, but
But
the
do you have
teachers.
too much work for those 4 days, or is it actually glorious?
713-390-KRBE if you want to answer that question, and you ask us questions for Dumb Question Amnesty next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE.
Now, time for Roula and Ryan's Dumb Question Amnesty.
All right, 713-390-KRBE. Rula, real quick, I've just got a very, very short listener line. This is a question for Sam. Let's just start with this real fast.
Hello, guys. My name is Greg. Why is it that Sam stays alone sometimes? Like, why do I get to go home early and Sam stays? But either way, I enjoy listening to y'all. I listen to y'all from 6 a.m. I enjoy listening to Sam. Y'all should rotate or have special case day or Ryan or Roula or anybody sometimes.
Well, the answer to that question, plain and simple. Yeah, she's a midday person. She gets paid to do that. That's her other job.
She wanted that.
She sought it out.
12 and then 12 to 2. They split it's called the midday area, part of the day of the shows. And she's the midday DJ along. Then Audrey Rose comes in for a couple hours, and then Kevin Quinn joins Audrey Rose, and that's how it goes. All right, let me start with Colleen. You know, I've been all about baseball, sitting here held up at home in my cast. I'm watching every single Astros
We're first
game every
place,
single
baby.
time.
Rangers.
Yeah.
Rangers are in third.
Astros. Yes, it was so great.
Hey.
In the 7th inning, Framber was still pitching, by the way, and we were winning 7-0, and then unfortunately he gave up 4 runs, and I was like, oh no, hold on to that lead.
Still,
kids.
7-4.
We
It's
still
a win.
won 7-4. All right, Colleen, good morning. Welcome to Dumb Question Amnesty here on the Roula and Ryan Show. What's your question?
My question is this. I go to a lot of Astros games, and watching the bat boy for the opposing team, my question is he from the Houston Astros organization, or does he travel with the other team?
That's funny. I always wondered that as
Ball
well.
boys do not travel on the road. They do not bring them on the road.
In very rare circumstances, unless they're related to a ball player, the bat boys, they pull from the city they're playing in. But then my question is, isn't that weird? They're like, okay, you're going to wear this uniform. But usually, no,
they
the
sign
bat
up
boys
for
are not
it.
wearing Astros.
Are they-
I mean,
No, they're wearing
they
the
have to
other
wear
team.
Astros uniforms.
Are they professional? Like
No.
these kids,
They
like,
apply for the job. So they apply for the job with the
14
baseball
years old is the
organization.
minimum.
because you have to know the
And
rules. You can't just
Yes, and
every
you have
day
to
pick a new kid. It'd be annoying.
Pretty athletic to retrieve the stuff because these are the guys that are running to like second base to get the batting gloves from the player that just hit and all this. But no, it is per city. These kids are employed, and if you're
Okay.
a home, like if you want to do it for the Astros, you have to be at least, according to the rules, it says 14 plus. Bat boys and bat girls. They open up the rules to bat girls.
Be a
You have to
great job.
Athletically, of course, inclined because you have to be quick and make sure you do not stall the game.
Because they're always throwing the ball. You know, obviously, pretty much every time they throw a ball, that ball's like,
Yeah,
and
it's like a
once it
bat
hits the dirt, they have to throw it to him. He has to go grab it, put the balls away too. There's a lot of stuff
It's like
going
that
on.
tennis runner for the U.S. Open. That person stands in the corners.
Yeah, they have to stand
and
up
they
there.
run and they grab a ball and they run out of the
Has
ring.
anybody ever tripped over like a tennis ball boy or ball girl?
No, I saw a guy.
Because they're up against the wall in the
There's
back.
one where the kid though ran into the wall. Did you see that one?
Oh my God.
And the guy's about to serve, and he gave him the ball. Then he ran back too fast, slipped, and went.
Right into the wall.
And the guy looks back. It's a famous TikTok. It's been going on for like 2 years.
Ouch.
Colleen, thanks for asking the question. Go Stros. Go Stros.
Remember, Dusty Baker's son was the bat boy
Really?
during the playoffs back in
awesome.
when
Yeah.
he was little, and he almost got creamed because the kid ran towards home plate, and the play was going up.
Oh, he ran while he was still in play.
Yeah, the guy was going around third and almost crushed him.
Oh my God.
Really?
They had to grab him by his shirt and pick him up. Now that kid's plays for I think the Nationals. Now he's a grown up.
Wow.
Yeah, just look up Dusty Baker's son, Bat Boy, and you'll see the video.
Okay. 713-390-KRBE. We are asking Amanda what it's like to have a 4-day school week because Crosby has not started that yet, according to Tammy, but in Galveston, they're doing it. Amanda, hi. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. Amanda, can you hear me okay?
I can. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So how's it going over there with a 4-day school week?
It's great. At first, I was totally against it. Now it's not the GISD. My kids go to Odyssey Academy, which is a charter school there in Galveston. And I was totally against it, but no, it is working out great. We're on our 3rd week. Today is their Friday, and my kids are loving it, and it's working out great with my schedule. So I am totally for it.
Good. How old are your kids, though? Because I imagine if you had a kindergartner, that would prove difficult on Friday when you have to go to work and you have to leave a 5-year-old. What are you doing then?
Well, I actually have a pre-K 4 student. She's 4 years old, and then I have a 3rd grader at the school.
So what do you do on that Friday then?
The luxury for us is I can work from home some Fridays, and then my husband travels for work, and he's home 2 Fridays a month. So it kind of evens out for us. Now, not all parents have that luxury. So there is an option for your kids to go to school on Friday at their school, but that's more of a day for those who need extra
help,
push
studies.
or extra help.
So I was wondering
tutoring
about
and-
that. Like,
exactly. Yes.
Like maybe would they, because some people, the parents have, mom and dad are both working. There's nobody to watch them. Could the kids go to school as a daycare on that Friday?
It's not necessarily a daycare. It's not offered for like pre-K, pre-K through kindergarten. It's not offered. It's only 1st through 12th grade because their school does go through 12th grade. And again, it's just to give them, that extra help. And it's only 8 to 3.
Okay.
So it's not the full day. Our kids go to school 7:45 to 4 o'clock now.
Thank you so much.
Monday through Thursday. All right. Can I give a shout out to my kids, Georgia and Gunner, Odyssey Academy, Galveston?
Hey, Galveston.
Thanks for- wait, quick question, Jennifer. People
we
are
got-
texting us that it's blue water in Galveston this weekend. Is it blue?
Yes, the blue water. It is already there. It showed up yesterday. It's
You're welcome.
beautiful.
I was busy.
All right.
I put some dye in it. I was out there. By the way, take line
great
one
for
real
Labor
quick.
Day weekend. Line one.
Renee, because she has Brian was talking about his night terrors.
I have night terrors, and I can't control them. I wake up
Your
like,
arms
flailing my arms, hitting the wall.
I think she has a reason why.
Okay. Renee, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Good morning. I'm listening to y'all from the Hill Country. I have to listen on iHeart to keep up because I moved out of Houston.
Oh,
Well,
cool.
thank you for staying with us.
Thank you.
And you have a nice view, I bet, every morning.
Yeah, jealous.
Yeah.
It is gorgeous, but it's really frustrating when my phone and my radio cut out right in the middle of Roses and I don't get to hear what happens.
Well,
that
we
sucks.
podcasted till midnight for Roses.
Why do you think Ryan's
Yeah.
arms are doing that? What's your theory?
My theory is, when you were parachuting and your parachute didn't open, weren't you flailing your arms and your legs and everything going down?
Well, my parachute did open. It's just that it collapsed with about 150 feet to go. So I didn't start flailing towards the end.
That's a long way to flail, and perhaps maybe your mind goes back to that when you're sleeping, which would require a little bit of sleep therapy. Or maybe you're taking Ambien and you're doing crazy things. And
No, I don't take that. No, I don't take
Driving to
Ambien.
work at
No,
2 a.m.
I don't take that.
He's done a lot of that stuff,
There it
but
is.
No Ambien.
that's funny. That's pretty.
Well,
Is this
thank
just
you.
your
That's
own
a good
personal
theory.
observation, Renee, or do you actually work in some kind of sleep therapy place? Just your own observation.
Definitely a personal observation and years of suffering insomnia.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's something
Okay.
I'll look into. I appreciate the concern.
But Brian, you don't poop yourself when you sleep.
No. I think I'd know if I
Yeah,
did.
did that happen when you were?
No, I did not poop myself when I hit the ground.
No.
No, I did not.
And on that note,
Rumor I heard.
Don't start lying.
Ryan Show on
Here's what's going on in H-Town, Ryan.
with what's going down in H-Town.
Okay, Eric is totally fibbing right there, by the way. If you go to my Instagram, you
If
can
I
actually...
fell 150 feet, I'm
You
going
can actually see
Spoil
my
yourself.
crash
Myself.
photos on my Instagram at Radio Ryan Chase. You can see me being put onto the stretcher. I don't see any brown stains, Eric.
You never know. You said you got your
Who took the
underwear cut off.
pictures? Is that like the photographers you had hired for that area to make
No,
sure
I think
they
they took pictures because anytime there's a liability, somebody just nearly died, they're going to take pictures at the scene.
Who did the photos?
I don't even know. I think it
They
was
were far
Are they trying to
away.
save your life? How are they going to have time? Oh, wait, let's do
no,
a
because
selfie.
it wasn't just that. The skydiving people were there as well, and they were snapping photos.
They're like,
they
oh,
showed
crap,
up.
we're
They're
gonna
like,
get
oh, God.
sued.
Yeah, liability here. All right, so this is brought to you by Duncan. This is a touching story. A 5-year-old boy battling cancer. His name is Braxton Castillo. He is a huge Astros fan, and he recently got a gift box from Alex Bregman. Now, the gift box included a signed baseball from Bregman, an Astros-themed blanket, and a greeting card from the Bregman family. The gift box came at a perfect time, according to Braxton's mom, and she said her son showed so much gratitude, so much excitement, and it was a huge blessing. According to their family, he's now expected to be cancer-free in December 2024.
Yeah.
So, way to go, Braxton.
Love that.
And thank you, Alex Bregman. A Forbes list of America's best employers by state ranked Texas. Who do you think is the best employer in our great state of Texas?
Cumulus Media, of course.
Oh, nice job, Amon. Bravo.
What a suck up. We only have one station here. So
What are you, an ass-kissing machine?
That would be the parent company we work for. For those that don't know who that is. That's our.
Okay, so NASA takes the number 1 spot, and it's followed by number 2 is HEB. Yeah. So the anonymous survey, they evaluated the company's working conditions, diversity, compensation packages. potential for development, company image, and a whole lot of other little
What
factors.
does HEB call their employee of the month? They don't call it employee of the month. They call it something else. I bet the
used
name.
to work there. I forgot
What?
that.
It's a
Come on, Ahmad.
Ahmad, how do you not know?
Look, I never got it.
Well, with all your ass kissing, I'm surprised you didn't.
I didn't. I love them,
Ahmad
though.
had quite the resume before he joined the Rule and Ryan.
He's got more jobs than Ryan ever had.
Yeah.
That's
You
saying
worked
something.
at HEB, all the things.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell, all the behind the scenes. We do a whole podcast of the behind the scenes of those
Somebody
jobs.
works at HEB listens. What do you guys call it?
I think maybe you're right. It's partner of the month.
It's something that makes you feel like you're you're more than just an employee.
I love
The HEB saint of the month.
No.
Skinner of the month.
They do a painting of you and put like a halo above your head.
It's got like the royal painting.
Listen, Dumb Question Amnesty is going to return, by the way, at 8:20. And coming up next, we've got Roula and Ryan's Roses.
Now, I understand,
Thursday.
Eric, this is a first. In all the years that we've been doing Roula and Ryan's Roses, we had a request for somebody to remain anonymous.
Yep. So we're going to try this. We're going to try and change her voice.
We've got a vocal distorter. We're going to put down her phone line.
Because if
Harmonizer.
she gets
Or
caught, it could be bad.
Okay.
So we're going to try
Well,
this.
this
I've
is
never
not
done this
gonna-
before, so we're going to go for it and see what
I'll
happens.
try and be positive, but we're going to think we've distorted her voice, and in real life, everyone's going to be hearing her real voice.
What if I... Oh,
We're going to
that,
make sure we work on this during the commercial break.
No,
Wouldn't it be
I've
awful
got
if-
the machine in front of you. I'm not going to screw this up.
what if it did? That'd be bad.
I'm not going to screw this up. You're
We're
putting
going to
pressure
put
on me.
Ahmad
You're
in charge of the button,
you're
Ryan.
going to
Ahmad
jinx
will be in
me.
charge of the button.
He can't because it's set
By
up
the
for
way,
my system.
HEB, they're called partners.
Partners.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Your
Yeah.
partner of the month.
Well, how about some of those stock
nice.
options then from a partner?
They give you free turkeys during Thanksgiving. I
That's
love
nice.
that.
Anything else?
And they'll give us
Turkeys can
food
be expensive.
sometimes.
Free grapes when they come through the belt to
You
take
do
some?
get discounts. You do get
the
discounts.
stray grapes that fall off the bush, or the
Ew.
bundle.
All right, like Renee listens to us outside of Houston. You know, we podcast the Rule and Ryan's Roses on KRBE's app or anywhere you can find podcasts. But you're going to get it live next on the Rule and Ryan Show.